Welcome to Cinema Kaizen. We're ranking the best 10 Demon Slayer battles right now. We're going to be choosing the greatest battle scenes from the Demon Slayer series for this list. Number 10. Tanjiro and Nezuko vs. Rui. In the 10th slot, Tanjiro and Nezuko are going to compete against Rui in Season 1, Episode 1, a demon with a lower rank 5 reputation. Both a showing of physical power and the strength of the relationship between siblings are on full display in this battle. Rui is a horrifying blood demon who uses razor-sharp threads to trap and torment his victims throughout his life. As Tanjiro struggled against Rui's complex network of strands, we saw his determination and strategy in action. Tanjiro is able to muster the strength to let go of the Hinokami Kagura, also known as the Dance of the Fire God, despite the fact that the odds are stacked against him. This is made possible by his connection with Nezuko. Nezuko also calls out her blood demon art, which is known as exploding blood, in order to rescue her brother. We are astonished by the visual spectacle of their attacks being precisely timed when they are carried out. This conflict is characterized by an extraordinary blend of emotion, strategy, and unadulterated resolve. Number 9. Zenitsu vs. Kaigaku. Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, Season 1, Episode 19, shows the terrible battle that took place between Zenitsu and Kaigaku. This fight is ranked 9th on the list of the most intense battles. As a challenge, Zenitsu, who is known for his cautious demeanor, is going to face up against a former follower of his who has converted into a demon. Zenitsu is going to square off against this individual. The fight that Zenitsu is about to engage in marks a significant turning point in his career. With Kaigaku's treachery and transformation, Zenitsu's resolve is increased, and he becomes more determined. Zenitsu demonstrates his exceptional speed and precision by using the Thunderclap and Flash, sixfold, both of which are components of the first form of the thunder breathing technique, respectively.
Thunder God! Where'd he go?
Zenitsu exhibits his transition from a shy young boy into a ferocious warrior throughout this battle. He goes from being somewhat afraid to being quite scary. The emotional weight of facing a former friend, along with the incredible animation of Zenitsu's lightning-fast blows, makes this combat one that will not be forgotten in a short amount of time. Number 8. Inosuke vs. the Father Spider Demon. At number 8 on the list of events is the epic confrontation that took place between Inosuke and the Father Spider Demon, takes place in Season 1, Episode 17. This confrontation was a very important one. This beast, which seems to be standing tall and deadly in the midst of the terrifying forest that is Mount Natagumo, greets Inosuke as he approaches it. Because of his amazing endurance and unfettered physical force, the Father Spider Demon is a dangerous foe. He is a formidable foe because of his exceptional endurance alone. Inosuke's distinctive beast-breathing skills, which are distinguished by his animalistic fighting style and dual-wielding swords, are on full show for everyone to witness. These techniques will be displayed for everyone to see. Despite the fact that his opponent is far more strong, Inosuke's aggressiveness and lack of restraint in his assaults help to make the encounter as interesting as possible. Throughout the course of this war, Inosuke's will to continue fighting had been on plain show for everyone to witness, regardless of how challenging the situation was. Number 7. Tanjiro and Kyogai vs. the Drum Demon. Seventh on the list is the exciting combat that takes place between Tanjiro and Kyogai, the Drum Demon opponent, which takes place in the 8th episode of the first season. During the time that Tanjiro is within the maze-like house that Kyogai is controlling, he is required to quickly adapt to the constantly shifting environment that he finds himself in. The home is transformed into a battleground that is both perplexing and hazardous each time Kyogai hits his drums. This is because the layout of the house is altered every time he beats his drums. Tanjiro's exceptional sense of smell and his ability to adapt to novel circumstances are put to the test as he makes his way through the corridors and rooms that are in a state of perpetual change. This fight serves as a fantastic instance of both planning and quick thinking. and it is an excellent example of both skills. Among the water-breathing techniques that Tanjiro employs, the 10th form. Constant Flux is particularly noteworthy because it results in a mesmerizing dance of water and steel. This battle will not only put your physical strength to the test, but it will also put your mental agility to the test. Number 6. Giyu Tomioka versus Akaza. Giyu Tomioka and Akaza are going to fight in a battle that will take place in Position 6, which takes place in Season 2, Episode 12, and it is going to be a nail-biting experience. Giyu, the Water Hashira, will be battling against Akaza, the demon of Upper Rank 3. In this battle, Akaza will be competing against Giyu. This battle is a demonstration of might that cannot be matched, as well as swordsmanship that is of the highest caliber. The methods that Giyu uses to breathe water are renowned for their grace and fluidity, which stands in stark contrast to Akaza's strikes, which are considered to be ruthless and relentless. The assaults that Akaza launches are never-ending. Because Akaza is eager to engage and fight with great foes, he challenges Giyu to the point where he goes beyond his capabilities. For the sake of protecting himself from Akaza's violent assaults, Giyu maintains his composure and makes use of his 11th form, which is known as Dead Calm. Throughout the whole of the combat, Giyu's power, agility, and determination are all on full show. This is extremely clear information. Number 5. Tanjiro and Uzui versus Gyutaro and Daki. The furious fight that takes place between Tanjiro and Uzui, as well as Gyutaro and Daki, makes its appearance in the 5th episode, which takes place in the middle of the story. They are brothers from Upper Rank 6, Gyutaro and Daki, and they are engaged in combat with the Demon Slayer Corps in the Entertainment District. The true meaning of collaboration and persistence is being put to the test in this conflict. Uzui, also known as the Sound Hashira, is the one who is leading the attack. He is famous for his explosive and spectacular fighting style. Inosuke, Zenitsu, and Tanjiro all find themselves involved in the war, each contributing their own unique set of strengths to the conflict. One indication of how close the Demon Slayers have grown is the fact that they are able to collaborate effectively with one another. On the battlefield, Gyutaro's Blood Demon art and Daki's Deadly Sashes work together to create an environment that is unpredictable and dangerous. It is because of the high-stakes drama and the amazing animation that this fight is considered to be among the most fascinating in the series. Number 4. Rengoku versus Akaza.
上りエンテン
いい刀だ。
Due to the fact that it is so exciting, this fight between Rengoku and Akaza received the 4th spot on the list, takes place in Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, Mugen Train Arc, which is adapted into the movie Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba the movie, Mugen Train. When Rengoku battles to protect the inhabitants of the ship as well as his fellow Demon Slayers, his brutality and great swordsmanship are on full show for everyone to see. As a result of Akaza's admiration for Rengoku's might, he launches many assaults on him in an effort to transform him into a demon at the same time.
この素晴らしい剣技も失われていくのだ
Regardless of the severity of his wounds, Rengoku's stubbornness is unwavering and cannot be shaken out of his resolve. As a result of the fact that he is the one who performs his flame-breathing techniques, particularly his 9th form Rengoku, the elegance and strength with which he executes them are nothing short of breathtaking. A struggle that is both epic and terrible, demonstrating both Rengoku's courage and the demon's relentless brutality despite their best attempts to stop it. Number 3. Lower Rank 1 Demon. Enmu and Tanjiro, Nezuko, Zenitsu, and Inosuke. It is the epic combat that took place between the lower rank 1 demon Enmu and Tanjiro, Nezuko, Zenitsu, and Inosuke that comes in at number 3 on the list of the most remarkable battles. The battle that takes place on the Mugen train is distinguished by a good combination of activity, tension, and teamwork among the groups who are involved in the fight. The passengers and our heroes are in grave danger as a consequence of Enmu's blood demon art, which uses dreams as a way of ensnaring and tormenting his victims. This puts them in a precarious situation. In the middle of this tremendous fight, Tanjiro's drive to defend everyone, Nezuko's unwavering devotion, Zenitsu's unexpected acts of courage, and Inosuke's untamed aggression all come together to form a cohesive force. At the end of this confrontation, both Tanjiro's Hinokami Kagura and Nezuko's exploding blood provide an incredible ending that is certain to leave its audience in a state of amazement. As a display of the unity and might of the Demon Slayers over the course of history, this conflict will be regarded as a significant event. Number 2. Tanjiro, Nezuko, Genya, and Hantengu. It is because of the importance of the battle that took place between Tanjiro, Nezuko, Genya, and Hantengu that it is the second most remembered of all the battles takes place in Season 1, Episode 22. The intensity of this conflict illustrates how far our heroes have come and how much more strong they are becoming as they continue to battle. By using his blood demon art, Hantengu is able to morph into a vast variety of terrifying and one-of-a-kind forms, making him an incredibly challenging adversary. This ability allows him to transform into a broad range of forms. The three most crucial aspects of this encounter are the unique talents that Genya has as a demon slayer, the demonic abilities that Nezuko possesses, and Tanjiro's mastery of sun-breathing methods. As a result of the extensive level of cooperation and coordination that is necessary to combat Hantengu in all of his guises, our heroes are pushed to the test to the greatest degree that is conceivable. As a result of the fact that every single character is fighting for their own life as well as the survival of others they care about, the stakes are very high on an emotional level. In the context of this dispute, the use of strategy, passion, and action is an excellent illustration of how these three elements might operate together. Number 1. Demon King, Muzan Kibutsuji, and Tanjiro, Inosuke, Zenitsu, and Kanao. After all is said and done, the most important event that took place is the epic fight that took place between the Demon King Muzan Kibutsuji and Tanjiro, Inosuke, Zenitsu, and Kanao. This showdown takes place in the 26th episode of the first season. Nevertheless, this does not imply that it is the least significant event that took place. The story comes to a close with this combat, which is the culmination of the story. It is a fight that showcases remarkable synchronization, high-stakes drama, and the last showdown between morality and immorality. Being able to revitalize himself and possessing power that is almost hard to stop makes Muzan a highly terrifying enemy. He is able to do both of these things. The Demon Slayers will utilize all of the power that they have accumulated, the strength of their links, and their determination in order to defeat him. This is due to the fact that they are already exhausted and overworked. They have already been overworked and exhausted, which is the reason for this. This particular fight scenario is the best one that Demon Slayer has to give, and there are a lot of reasons that contribute to the fact that it is the best thing that the game has to offer. The music, the animation, and the extreme intensity of the struggle are all elements that contribute to this equation. Taking into account the present state of affairs, the choice will have a considerable influence on the progression of human history, and the stakes could not be higher. Did we miss any important sword fights? Please let us know in the comments section below. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel